Hi chaps, SimOP here from Beard, Biceps and Batchat. Today I'm bringing you some gameplay from Siegfried Line and you're going to see me using the French Tier 9 medium, the Bacchilian 25 TAP. Now there's a couple of reasons why I want to show you this gameplay. The first is I think it highlights my play style in higher tier mediums really well. I've spoke about this a couple of times before, and with tanks with light armour but good camo, you want to use them for scouting initially and then move on to being slightly more aggressive, especially with the French line where the guns are fairly good on the tanks but they only really come into their own when they can use their manoeuvrability with the gun. So because of the setup of this map, I know a lot of their tanks from their one spawn are going to be visible from this little hill here. So what I'm actually going to be doing initially is just rising up and down, spotting the tanks for the other guys in my team. I'm going to look to get assisted damage. I'm not going to sort of try and snipe, the reason being the pen's quite good, I'm top tier, but I've got a limited amount of shells and I don't feel trying to ping someone's commander's hatch from 300-400 meters is going to be best suited for this gun, or for me to get the most out of my limited ammunition on this tank. Although if I see an opportunity to unleash a clip into a Tiger 1 because he's not noticed me because I've been a little bit cheeky, I'm not going to avoid doing that. And one thing you've got to remember when playing with this tank is it is very sort of risk based. So every time you're leaving yourself exposed, your sixth sense goes off, you're detected and you're shooting at someone, you really have to decide, is it worthwhile me finishing off shooting and taking damage? If it's not, just get out of there, don't take the damage. Personally, it's quite a fine line for me. I know in this game, being top tier, I've got quite a lot of work to do to justify being top tier. So if I'm spotted out in the open, I'm not really going to hang around unless I've caught a tank by themselves. So generally speaking, if I'm spotted, I'm going to pull back, just reposition, look to come out again. But I'm not looking to do anything too overly fancy here. It looks like I'm just trying to empty my clip out just to reload. I don't want to reload without using my last. So because this map, or the area we're fighting on effectively, we've lined up on the hill, the Reds have gone to the other side of the hill on their one spawn into the city, there's very limited opportunities to pick on tanks that become stranded. So I've got to sort of bide my time before my gun can really get effective. Although I've killed one tank, 4 pens, that was more just catching the Tiger 1 unaware. I'm not really at the point in the game where something crazy is able to happen. But that's something you've got to be able to sort of read in the game and know when you can go on a mad little run and start taking out tanks left, right and centre. Unfortunately, it's not this point, so I'm sort of testing my luck a little bit here just to see how long I can keep them spotted for with them taking shots at me. Now with this tank, I've had quite a few good games with this tank. I was not surprised, but I was a little bit hesitant. I've enjoyed the French line, but the lack of armour can be really problematic for some people. I've seen a lot of people speaking about it on the main forums. To me, it's not that much of a hindrance, to be honest with you. The reason I say that is if you play in a certain way where you're not reliant on your armour, it doesn't really matter. So I'm reliant on my speed. I'm picking on tanks like this Tiger 2, that cheeky little chap, got himself stranded, he's pushed without anyone helping him. So I'm just going to circle him to death, just keep firing shots into him. He's not going to catch me. It's worth taking a couple of shots at this point on full health, just to take him out and load my clip into him. But with having no armour, I'm much more reliant on my speed and picking on tanks that are unaware. Now that can take a little bit of getting used to know when a tank's unaware. Generally when a turret isn't pointed at you. But what you also want to do is take advantage of reloads. If you know a tank's are just shot and it's a T-32 for instance, it's got an 8-second reload, so you can throw out 2, maybe even 3 shots into him without having to worry about taking damage back. So your armor's irrelevant because he's not shooting you back. For them to shoot you back, they've got to aim at you, they've then got to trace you while you're moving quickly, they've then got to hit you with you not moving, they've then got to roll against your armor and roll on damage. So it's not too much of a deterrent, especially because premium is quite most tanks on a higher tier are shooting premium, so having no armor doesn't really matter, just because premium would invalidate it anyway. So we managed to get our third kill there. We picked on the T-32 that got stranded. That was just because the rest of the team had died. We took out the artillery because I'm a little bit cheeky. I couldn't resist doing it, so I thought I'd have a go for it. Why not? Now I want to get involved in the city here, blow up the KV-4. I'm not going to reload yet because I know there's a Tiger 2 just here who's fairly low health, so I'm pretty confident I can take him out on the shot. But of course I fluff it at a crucial moment. I have to leave my teammate to it because I've got a 40-second reload. So what I'm going to look to do is just to reposition myself to see if I can be a bit of a nuisance to the Tiger 2. KV-4's on low health, there's a light tank prowling behind him. Hopefully if the Tiger 2 sees me, a softer target, he'll shoot at me. Unfortunately he doesn't. Takes out the KV-4. I sort of decide at this point, that light tank, he's heading straight for artillery. I've got enough time to get there to block him off and to finish reloading. So I'm having a mini little race against this light tank here to beat him back to our artillery just to see if I can keep him alive. So I throw myself in front of him. First shots should be coming, almost knock him over. There's the first. He gets one into me. Repair the tracks, second shot into him. And then we go for the third. Perfect. Now so at this point, their Batchat 25 TAP is flinging shots into me. I'm aware I'm on 5 kills. I know I'm also on, is that 18? 18 health. So I'm wiggling for all I'm worth not to get destroyed before that other Batchat has been spotted. So I don't reload, position myself on the hill in cover, wait for him to be spotted, then aim at him. And what I want to do is lead him a little bit because he's so quick moving. There's the first shot, take his tracks out, and here's the second shot. Quite a low roll, and the final third shot to take him out for the Top Gun. So hopefully this replay sort of highlighted how I like to play the French line. I know if a couple of you guys are maybe struggling with it a little bit, just be fairly passive initially, do your scouting, then wait till the mid-end game to start picking on weakened tanks, and hopefully that should help you get through that line a little bit quicker. We've managed to do about 6,000 combined. We've got the first class high caliber Top Gun. I hope you're enjoying the video, guys. If you're finding this useful, it's helped you play like a little bit better, let me know, and I will catch you next time, chat.